Hey there, rulers, DMO73 here, and it's time to play a lot of Void cards here with Charlotte69. Let's go ahead and jump right in.
This session brought to you by Odyssey Games for pre-orders and sealed product, CCG Prime for tons of singles and supplies, Cardo Doko for international rulers looking for product, and FoulLibrary.com for articles and wonderful deck lists, as well as our guest lecturer members Vite Ramen, King Pearl Shine, and Mognite. Class is in session.
So here is the list, but again, before we get into it, just a reminder that Odyssey Games is doing their pre-orders of War of the Sun. You can go ahead and check the link in the description to go pick those up. And don't forget that every single box will have one of those contract reprint packs, which is super helpful because every contract reprint pack has Scythe in it. And this is a Scythe deck, so that makes a lot of sense. So we're playing Sechs and Neun. We only can have 9 exactly different named cards in the deck. We get to start with the Homeland Solaris, which is very helpful. And so you're gonna usually pick between Gearification Facility, Damascus Moon, and Outer Space based on your matchup. As you saw, we started in game 1, Gearification Facility to try to help have the consistency for color to get to Charlotte, as well, but unfortunately that just didn't work. It also was a way to like have a gear, just have the Void Will, and if you do make other things gears, which is helpful because, you know, playing things like Dragon of Solari or Shark of Solari, we can get to cast them. Outer Space then became the kind of better grab because we knew we were dealing with something with flying and we just didn't want to have to try to face that. So a lot of flexibility in terms of what you can grab there. And then the deck itself is pretty straightforward. The whole kind of linchpin of the deck is Charlotte, Last Hope of Ataraktia. The point being that she can make your chance cost 1 void less per copy of her, and if you can get 2 on the field, then stuff like Scythe and stuff like Gears Recycling are free, so you can just get a lot of value off of it. A single Charlotte does mean that like Sechs' return from retirement just turns into a 1-cost Scythe, which is very, very helpful for the deck as well. And it has been ruled that if you have 2 Charlottes out, you can kind of bypass this only if you pay its cost with will produced by Gears entities, because you reduce its cost to 0, and so it works. That's kind of the way it's been ruled. From there, it's a pretty straightforward list. We're using Setting the Sage of Providence to be able to protect stuff because we're not playing green, at least not in the main board, and we want to be able to protect the turn we kind of go in for Scythe. Obviously the 8 Painter's Gears to be able to color stuff so that Chromavore can help us draw more cards, and then we're also playing Reconnaissance Gears for some nice little quick reveals and stuff like that, and Recycling Gears as or Collector Gears just as a way to be able to have more gears producing Void entities. So at that point in time, this deck really is just like slam Chromavores, get Death Scythes, win the game. Like, that's kind of the whole point of it. It's very linear, but it's a lot of fun to play for sure. Some things that you can note is that if you can get access to Flight of the Demon Sword, it's a very good card to be able to play either main boarded or sideboarded because of Charlotte, so it becomes just a 1-cost kill spell or a 0-cost kill spell, which is really nice. That is searchable off of Sex's return from retirement. There is some things to be said about playing Gearsification. It's kind of a toss-up a little bit there, as well as potentially playing the other gears in the sideboard to be able to reveal. It's just based on what your meta is. But overall, this is a super fun list. I really enjoyed it. If you guys have a different take on Sechs and Neun, let us know in the comment sections down below. And again, as always, you can check the link in the description to go straight to this deck list over on Force of Wind. And until next time, this is GMO73 saying class dismissed.